take a look at this. Judge Torres deliberates on ruling Alderoty weighs on regulation. During the remedies phase, Judge Torres considers the parties' possible appeals before reaching a final decision on the injunction and sanctions. With July coming to a close and little movement made in the litigation, the XRP army and lawyers are now anticipating a ruling in August. Not long after the court's decision, experts noted that the case was probably already in the midst of an appeal. Many people, including money advisor Mikkel, think that the litigation is the worst case for the United States at ESC because of Ripple's many victories. The attorneys for both sides did note, however, that they might still seek reversals of earlier rulings. Both Judge Sarah Netburn and Judge Annalisa Torres have a backlog of motions that includes expert testimony, unsealed documents, and a final decision. During the remedies phase in July or August, a few attorneys like Fred Rispoli and James Murphy asserted that Judge Torres would declare final judgment without going through motions before Judge Netburn. According to Ripple specialist Sherry, the SEC's decision not to appeal this case will have a negative impact on all of their cryptocurrency cases going forward. Furthermore, she inquires as to why Ripple will not contest the ruling that ODL sales are classified as securities offerings. Sales of XRP generate greater revenue for the business. Judge Torres will choose a penalty amount and provide an explanation. So Ripple and the XRP army shouldn't be worried its operations would be affected by the phrasing of an injunction. The SEC openly proclaimed its intent to appeal the case, stated Mark Sigel, a former lawyer for the SEC. After that, one can make educated guesses regarding the consequences of future cases, policy shifts, strategy adjustments, etc. If the SEC decides to appeal against a summary decision, they should be mindful of the prior rejection of their interlocutory appeal and the potential risks of escalation to the Second Circuit Court. The most contentious aspect of the XRP lawsuit settlement is still up in the air, with rumors starting to circulate following any action taken by Ripple or the SEC. As new rumors about the SEC's secret meetings circulate, the Ripple versus SEC litigation and settlement became even more heated after Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse commented on it in an interview with Bloomberg. Regardless, other attorneys such as Mark Fagel and Bill Morgan have dispelled the settled talk. Executives at Ripple had previously denied having any talks about settlements, but the judge will probably let the parties meet and try to work out a settlement. The meeting ends without agreeing on anything as the SEC meeting winds down. Investors in Ripple are understandably anxious as no new information has been revealed. When a pivotal meeting between the SEC and Ripple failed to produce a settlement to the matter, hopes for a quick resolution were crushed. No decision has been made regarding Ripple's XRP as a consequence of the SEC process. The price of XRP has dropped since people aren't sure what will happen. So yeah, Ripple and the SEC have not communicated. As the Securities and Exchange Commission convened in secret, the cryptocurrency community anxiously awaited news. A large number of individuals showed up to the meeting, hoping that it would finally conclude. The XRP community felt an unprecedented wave of enthusiasm as rumors of a settlement began to circulate. Conversely, hope waned as the meeting drew to a conclusion, even while there were items on the agenda that suggested a possible settlement to administrative actions and litigation claims. The lack of reaction from the debate threw a long shadow over the proceedings. Holders of XRP are understandably anxious as Ripple and the Securities and Exchange Commission have not issued any official declarations yet. The community's emotional roller coaster was reflected in the price of the digital asset, which fell while the price of STIR remained uncertain due to the SEC case. XRP fell 5 cents, hitting a low of 0.58 before bouncing back at around 60 cents. Because there was no news, the price dropped. The market has grown unstable due to a lack of information, and the conclusion of the case continues to have a big impact on the value of the cryptocurrency. Investors in Ripple's XRP token are now in a state of uncertainty since neither the SEC nor Ripple has spoken out. Since there is a dearth of knowledge, extensive speculation has flourished, creating an atmosphere of fear, uncertainty, and mistrust among the community. Every day, social media sites become echo chambers where rumors and different interpretations of future occurrences flourish. Although Daily Coin reached out to both sides for comment, only Ripple got back to them. A representative from Ripple made the following announcement. Currently, there is no news to report. If you would like updates regarding the lawsuit, you can follow Ripple's channels, which include Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse and those close to Alderoty. The meeting with the SEC has left the XRP community feeling let down. As everyone waits for a resolution, the XRP community is presently in a state of suspended animation. Until the outcome of the litigation is determined, the cryptocurrency's price is likely to remain unstable. There's been a great deal of market turmoil recently, and everyone in the cryptocurrency business is waiting for the SEC and Ripple to provide some clarity. Despite the lack of a long-awaited conclusion, the SEC meeting did serve to emphasize the urgent need for regulatory clarity surrounding Bitcoin. The XRP lawsuit has highlighted the challenges the industry is facing in navigating a complicated and ever-changing regulatory landscape. The Ripple crew skipped the private meeting in a move that would be good for Ripple. A settlement would prevent the SEC from trying to overturn any of Judge Torres' decisions. In August 2023, the SEC filed a move for interlocutory appeal to challenge the ruling on the XRP programmatic sales. However, the request was denied by Judge Torres in October 2023. As a result, the SEC will have to wait for the Ripple case to conclude before appealing any court rulings. In the meantime, they may concentrate on post-complaint behavior. During the settlement negotiations, Ripple discussed its aspirations for expansion in the US and the Ripple stablecoin. March 2024 saw the submission of the Securities and Exchange Commission's first brief of remedies, in which the agency pushed for a $2 billion fine and injunction to stop XRP sales to huge investors. In a court case filed in December 2020, the Securities and Exchange Commission said that Ripple persisted in violating us securities laws. Ripple contended that an award of $10 million would be considered acknowledged in its opposing brief about remedies, which was submitted in April of 2024 following the lawsuit. Since the sale of XRP was intended to facilitate on-demand liquidity, Ripple maintained that it did not break any U.S. securities laws by doing so after the lawsuit was filed. It is worth noting that Ripple's previous agreements contain substantial clauses that either certify investors who are exempt from U.S. securities regulations or make it not possible for investors to earn or lose money. Program sales of XRP assets do not meet the third component of the Howey test, according to Judge Torres. Given the court's rulings and the discussions regarding remedies in the files, it seems like a settlement is quite unlikely. What have experts verified? The settlement is highly unlikely to happen, according to cryptocurrency advocate and lawyer Bill Morgan, who added that even if it does, it will be a compromise and not a major win. It shows that compromise is possible on both sides. These are the words of Mark Fagel, a former SEC attorney, on the subject of private meetings. The XRP community is feeling optimistic again about the chances of a settlement after the SEC decided to reschedule a private meeting. Despite the lack of concrete evidence to support such a perspective, Fagel has stated his intention to establish reasonable expectations. Trading advice should not be construed from the data that has been supplied. You should not put your money into anything that relies on the data presented here. We recommend doing your own research and talking to an expert for at least half an hour before making any investing decisions.